Hey everybody, Shane here, Shoebox Legends. Thanks for joining me for a quick video today. Gonna get to these two PWEs that you see in front of you, sent to me by two very generous folks in the community and two people that I've known for a long time, in one case a very long time. And so let's just get right down to it. So we're gonna start with, I guess we'll start with this one. Feels like a one card PWE from a friend of mine, Douglas Cordy. Now, Douglas is not active on YouTube, but I know him from when I was a part of the sports card blogging community. So for many years, about a dozen years before I jumped over to YouTube, maybe more, I wrote a sports card blog, and there's a very similar community there of like-minded collectors, just like there is here on YouTube. Got to know Douglas through that, and he is one of the folks that has remained friendly, even though I've abandoned my blog and am now doing my thing here on YouTube. Douglas lives up in Canada, and he typically sends something that's Hartford Whalers related, although not always, which is why I have that Gordie Howe up in the background and wrapped in a very carefully in a piece of newspaper. How cool is this? Check these out. Got a pair. These are still sealed, and I do not believe I've ever seen these before. I certainly don't have any in my collection. This is Pat Verbeek here. Recognize him very easily. The Little Ball of Hate, one of the great nicknames in sports. Very pesky player to face off against, and a fan favorite in Hartford. So I've mentioned it many times, but my whole family and I, we were all Hartford Whalers fans when I was a kid, and loved the Whalers. And these were issued by Humpty Dumpty. Some type of maybe like a food chain or supermarket chain. I'm not familiar with Humpty Dumpty. Looks like these were issued in 1992. Pretty awesome. And Verbeek, a very good player, ended up with over 500 career goals, in addition to being able to get under opponent's skin. And then let me slide this one up a little bit as well. On this one, in the, at the time, road green uniform, Zarley Zalapski, defenseman. Rest in peace. He actually passed at a very young age, or relatively young age. But these are really, really cool. Love these type of oddball items. I had never even heard of these. Certainly don't have any in the Whalers collection, or at least didn't prior to today's video. So huge thank you, Douglas. I really appreciate you always keeping an eye out for me on the Whalers front. And those unique items will be so appreciated in that collection. And now to finish off today's video, we're going to look at this envelope from the infamous Card Wolf, who I'm sure most of you do know. Here on YouTube, just an awesome individual. As I've said many times on the channel before, anytime he hits a 100 subscriber milestone, in this case it was 600 subs, he buys a small collection on either online or Facebook Marketplace, and he just films it on his channel. And you can claim any card that you want out of that collection if you are a subscriber, and he'll just do his best to mail them out to everybody, which it's insanely generous. Like, I think in some of these giveaways, he sends out probably close to or more than 100 packages all over the globe. I try to participate in this every single time, whether I see something that is, super interesting to me or not. I just like to support CW and take part in that process. And in this case, he had a baseball collection that he had picked up. Just pulling these out of the wrapper here. And I had just basically told him there was a couple cards that caught my eye, but I did let him know that I already had the cards. So if anybody else claimed them, feel free to pass them along to others. But if they, weren't highly claimed, I would be interested in them. And it looks like I actually got 5 cards from the giveaway, and then a couple of bonus cards here that CW was nice enough to throw in. Here's the note. Shane, thank you for your support and encouragement of the channel. Can't tell you how much it means. 600 subscriptions is a number I never imagined reaching. Couldn't have done it without you. I'm so grateful to you for the kind, positive comments, and for you being in the card community. I hope you enjoy these cards and enjoy the channel as well, CW. I certainly do enjoy the channel, and again, I would urge anybody to go over there. Giveaways aside, CW has an excellent channel where he does a lot of ripping, has a great personality, sense of humor, and wit, and I really, really dig his content. He is must-see content for me, one of those channels where I think I've seen probably every video. So we start off with a Xander Bogaerts. I think he may have pulled this recently from a break that he did. And this is a cool one. This will go right into my Xander Z folio, which is still not all the way full, although it's getting very, very close at this point, and will probably appear on the channel again when it does finally reach capacity. Here's another Xander. This is out of, I believe, Archives, or something along those lines. Throwback design to the 1993 Topps baseball set. A lot of fond memories of that set for me. Playing Little League. I remember playing Little League games, buying a pack or packs of 1993 Topps at the concession stand at the Little League field after the game, and then going home and ripping those and adding them into the collection. So that's an awesome Xander. And then the last card that I was not expecting from the Star Wars collectible card game front, check out this Greedo rainbow foil. The lighting is pretty much cooperating. Like, look at the way the eyes light up there. Man, CW got me hooked on these in an episode that he did. He's shown them actually a few times on his channel now, but he sent some in for grading, and he did another whole episode about kind of the ins and outs of these collectible card game Star Wars cards from over the years, and I've absolutely fallen in love with these rainbow foil ones. He sent me a couple in his last care package, I think Luke and Leia, and I will certainly put this Greedo right alongside them in my non-sport Z folio that I have on the bookshelf to my left here. Awesome card. Thank you so much for that throw-in. That was not part of the collection that was up for grabs, and neither were those two Xander Bogaerts cards. So those are just generous throw-ins from CW. And then as far as what I did claim, probably noticed I had this Jim Rice 90 Topps box bottom in the background. As I said, nothing really stuck out to me too much in the collection, but there were some 90 Topps superstars. And if you know me, you know that set is near and dear to my heart. It's the first I ever collected as a kid. And so I had told CW, as I said, if nobody really claims those, I'd be happy to take them. And it is the Nolan Ryan 5,000 strikeout subset. So these cards depict all 4 teams that he played with in the majors in chronological order. The Mets, the Angels, the Astros, and the Rangers with the tip of the cap at the end there. Fantastic. I mean, these were among the first baseball cards that I ever laid eyes on as a young kid in the spring and summer of 1990, and so it'll always be a favorite set for that reason. I've really collected it a ton over the years. I have an uncut sheet framed on the wall in my office here behind me, and actually have all of these cards in autographed versions and other things, but happy to add another copy of them. They're just so treasured, and I will definitely mark these as, you know, having come in from CW, and appreciate them in the collection alongside all my others. And then this one, I was surprised didn't get claimed by anyone else. It's in kind of rough shape. I get it, and it's a 90 Topps card. We got a little ding on the corner, little softness on this corner, but Ken Griffey Jr. Rookie Cup card, people. I mean, this should have been probably the most coveted card in the binder, if you ask me. I love this card, always have, always will. I don't know if this is like a variant. Some people say like, oh, the bloody elbow variant. You can see, I think that's more a printing defect than an actual cut on his arm. I forget, but love that Griffey. One of the most iconic cards of my collecting youth, and really happy to have that copy. I don't care that it's beat up. I may use that as a bookmark or just leave it out and display it here on the desk where I can kind of toss it around and play with it and not worry about the condition. So there you have it. I somehow managed to talk for almost 10 minutes about 2 PWEs, so gabbing along as usual, but we're going to cut it here. Truly appreciate your support of the channel. I thank you for stopping by and spending some of your valuable time here with me and my cards, and I'll be back in the very near future with some more content. Till then, take care and enjoy the hobby, everybody.